What is a woman if she does not fight for her cause? Who is she if she does not battle for some ounce of freedom and justice? What will become of her if she does not stand alongside her sisters? I am Marie, Marie Gauze, yet I go by another name, and by that I write my controversies. I list them off in pamphlets, and watch my words take actions on the lips and hearts of men. I strive to create change. I was made for more than just idly being female. Women were made for more. Mothers, daughters, sisters, female representatives of the nation, wake up. Consider your rights. 1. You are born free and equal. Your possessions, your safety, your freedom, and your defense against oppression are your basic human rights. 2. You will be seen and treated equally to men in the eyes of the law, in both judgment, punishment, taxes, work tasks, education, and your treatment in all environments. 3. You can think and express yourself freely without judgment. 4. Property belongs equally to both you and your marital partner, whether you're together or separated. And 5. No nation exists without women. Women make up more than half the nation, therefore, you should have the right to vote, to make choices to shape the nation that you are a part of. Oh, women, whatever barriers are set up against you, it is within your power. It's within your power to overcome them. You just have to want it, to really, really want it. And if giving my sex an honourable and just consistency is at this time considered to be paradoxical on my part and an attempt at the impossible, then I leave to men of the future the glory of dealing with this matter. Where there is much racket, there must be something out of kilter. We are talking about our rights. That man over there says that women need to be helped into carriages and lifted over ditches. No one helps me into carriages or lifts me over ditches. And ain't I a woman? Look at me. Look at my arm. I have ploughed and planted and gathered into barns, and no man can heed me. And ain't I a woman? I can work as much and eat as much as a man, and bear the lash as well, and ain't I a woman? I have borne 13 children, and seen most of them sold off to slavery, and when I cried out in mother's grief, none but Jesus heard me. And ain't I a woman? Then they talk about this thing in the head, intellect. But what's that got to do with rights? Our rights. That man over there says that women can't have the same rights as men. He says, Christ wasn't a woman. But where did your Christ come from? From God and woman. Man had nothing to do with it. And if the first woman that God made was strong enough to turn the whole world upside down all alone, then these women together ought to be able to turn it back. And now that we're asking to do it, the men better let us. Welcome to the 1960s, the years of sexual liberation. Sex is no longer for reproduction. Pleasure is glorified. Pleasure is accepted. Accessible contraception and education. Women now have access to safe abortion. A girl buys the pill at the counter. She is the governor of her own body. A girl stands up to harassment and abuse. She is the governor of her own mind. Women's rights, gay rights, human rights. Sex is no longer taboo. Last decade's housewives cringe in repulsion and applaud the next generation. Their bodies are their bodies now. The more they make love, the more they make revolution. Because us girls crave knowledge, and us girls will criticize and applaud each other, because we must take action and disrupt the status quo, because us girls seek revolution and encouragement, because we don't want their judgment or their standards, because us girls have our own terms and we take action, because we support each other and we hate capitalism, because girls are not dumb and girls are not weak. Girls are not bad, and I believe that girls constitute a revolutionary soul force that will change the world. Dear survivors, you are silence breakers. People may want to forget you, but your courage is a catalyst for the world. Together, we emerge from the shadows and begin to build a new narrative. You have opened a portal that won't be closed anytime soon. This movement is not just for women. It's also for men, non-binary and transgender people. To be able to give voice to your trauma in the face of the very one who thought you could be silenced speaks strongly for the movement. We are forever grateful for your emboldened hearts and those 2 words. Me too. Dear future, you hold many people's lives floating in the balance. You know humanity in all her weakness and plunder. You know how she suffers. Human rights, women's rights, trans rights, lost souls fighting for the cause. Hear us, listen to us. I hope the world is safer where you are, dear future. I hope my children walk safely through your streets. We have been fighting, fighting, and fighting. We have made the personal political. We have taken action for our people. We claim our space. We create our fate. We are the people. We shape the future. Dear future, we demand better.